Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I have a rather special BMW I'd like to show you today. Come on over and take a look at it. This car, it's a car that I really like. I've always really enjoyed BMWs. My first car when I was a kid was a BMW 1800 Ti. So I started out at 15 with a BMW, and I still love them today. And certain models are really high watermarks for BMW in different decades. This car is a 1984 633 CSI Coupe. So it's a very cool car. It's a dolphin gray paint. It has the Taurus red leather interior. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. It has 16-inch BBS wheels on it. The thing about this car, and what I found so interesting, is the originality of it. So this is definitely a preservation class car. So if this car goes to a BMW show or a local car show, I think it's going to place very high in the preservation class if you're interested in that type of collecting. The car, as best we can tell, is all original paint, which is highly unusual. The interior, we know, is all original and in just wonderful condition. The leather is excellent. The car today shows 79,000 miles, which we believe to be absolutely accurate and correct. From what we know about the car, it was a long-term owner that had it. We do not have service history, unfortunately. It's obvious when you look at the car and you work on the car, it has been very well maintained its entire life. But again, what it keeps coming back to is the originality of this particular car. So let's look at some details on it, and we take a lot of photos. The one thing I want to be very clear, saying it's all original paint, it also is a period in the mid-'80s, and we get this a lot on Mercedes-Benzes from the same time period, where the clear coat shows some fine scratches or has broken down a little bit. So we have one spot right here on the hood where there's a mark in the paint. It's beneath the clear. In regular sunlight conditions, this is very hard to detect, but in side shots or certain light conditions, you can see it. There really are no dents, dings, or anything like that on the entire body. Very straight, very clean. But there are a couple of marks in the paint. There's a couple right here on the left front fender. And on the below the beltline molding, particularly on the right side of the car, down here, and people who've seen this will know what I mean. The clear coat has deteriorated just slightly. It does not show up in 9/10 of the light conditions, and it's very difficult to photograph. It is something that the future owner, if they want to, they could repaint this area predominantly on the right side. I personally would not do it because right now the car is all original, so that's pretty unique. So going along the front of the car, the front bumper is excellent. The rubber molding is excellent. The trim is very nice. It's not warped here the way so many of them are. A nice set of tires on the car, Falcon tires. The BBS alloy wheels are incredible. They're beautiful. There's no curb rash on any of them, all 4 of them. We do have the BBS tool to remove the center cap. Coming along the side of the car, the interior is just gorgeous. I wish we could find more cars like this. On the door card, there's no wear on the car. The center pull here where you close the door is excellent. The little trap door is working perfectly. It's not warped or anything. There's no warpage anywhere. The dash is incredible. It's all original. There's no cap or anything. All of the dash is wonderful. There are not the normal cracks, splits, or anything. Just gorgeous condition. You'll see in our test drive video, everything is working on the car. All the pixels are working on the digital readouts. The BMW display over here, this is all working. It all lights up properly, and more importantly, it goes off properly. The computer is still working on this car, which is unusual for these cars. The air conditioning heating system is all working. The one thing I mentioned in the driving video, the air conditioning is working, the compressor cycles. The blower fan, though, works on high only. So the air conditioning blower fan does not have its variable range in it. It's just high. The heater fan works fine, goes up and down as you would expect. The leather is just gorgeous on the car. It's nice and supple. It just has that nice patina going. No tears, no rips, beautiful condition. The rear seat leather is the same. It really, I mean, typically these cars people don't sit in the back that often, and the rear seats look almost new. Carpeting is excellent. The beautiful trim that BMW puts on all their door frames is gorgeous on the coupes and in really nice condition. Going along the back of the car, it is of course a sunroof car. Sunroof works properly, even the tilt function when it's closed and opened again. Going along the rear glass, we do have a little bit of the typical warping that occurs on these rear seat back on the parcel shelf. That can be, you can take time and re-glue those, so that is very common. In the trunk area, the car does come with a full car cover, BMW service manual, highly coveted BBS tool. It does have its original jack and everything. It does have the spare tire, which is under here, which of course is the regular BMW wheel. All original trunk. It has the nice padding here in good condition. And typical of this car's overall presence. All of the tools, even the original BMW rag. So this car is, I know I say it over and over, but originality, preservation, everything is here on this car. There's nothing missing. There's a little bit of, on the rear bumper, there's a little bit of delamination which happens here. That would be something that's relatively easy to take care of. The lenses and everything are gorgeous. We do have, it's hard to show, there's a slight darker area right here. The car had a phone system in it. This would have been where the antenna was. Again, mid-80s. So there's a little darkness right there. But again, all original paint on this car. All original trim in a really, I think, one of the best color combinations. Coming along this side of the car, again, very straight, very true. There's no rust on this car, no rust on any of the fender flares underneath, not flares, the regular arches. You'll see in our chassis photos, very clean, very straight underneath. Again, this is the side that down here, and you won't see it in most of the photographs, which is how the car actually appears. But if you get bright sunlight on it, you can see in the light reflecting, there's a little bit of haziness here, which is the clear coat. It's not peeling or anything. I'd leave it alone, personally. This side is exactly the same as the driver. The little door works perfectly. No warping, nothing. It's just gorgeous. On the dash cap on this side, the top of the dash, it's not a cap. No cracks. Everything lines up nicely, nice and tight. So it's just a beautiful example of the 633 series cars in the coupe. So coming along to the front of the car, everywhere on the car, all the lenses are nice and clear and in great shape. So if you're looking for that special BMW 633, I think one of the arguably best color combinations. Super clean car. We welcome any inspections on this car. We welcome anyone to come and look at it, drive it, and ask us any questions. We'll be happy to answer them. This is a special one. This is a standout one. It drives beautifully. You'll see in the driving video, it's so smooth. They always talk about silky smooth with this straight six in the BMWs in the 5-speed configuration. This exemplifies that. It's just a wonderful car to drive. And looking for a new happy home. So please ask us any questions. We'll be happy to answer them. And hopefully we'll find a great new owner for this spectacular car. Thanks.